Hi everyone, I'm Kate Swanson with Art Impression Stamps, and I'm here today to show you our new flip card release. So we have two new beautiful sets for our that go with our flip card die so that you can create some fun Halloween and Christmas sentiments that have the sentiment on the top and then it flips over on the inside, and I'm going to show you how to create these two. They're so fun. You're going to love to create this double hinge card. So I created a card base, and then I also created a base for that flip card so you can see sending you warm wishes on the inside. And then I still have a place to write some cute sentiments and some different holiday greetings on the inside. So let's get started with this. The first thing I'm going to need to do is get stamping. So I'm going to use my Christmas Kitty clear stamp set, and I'm going to create this inside of my stamp platform. So the first thing I did was I prepared a card base. So this is just 5.5 by 6.5 for my piece of paper, and I ran it through my die cut machine with that flip card die. It does come with all sorts of sentiments on the inside that you can use as well, but just remove those dies and you'll get this straight line. The key for our flip card die is make sure that you line it up with some sort of grid that each side is on the 3 1/4 right in the middle, and that's going to create a perfect A2 card for you. So now that I've got this die cut, on the inside of my card, I'm going to need to put those cute little kitties. So I'm going to flip this over, and this stamp platform is going to make it really easy so that I can line up those hands with the very bottom of the die. I'm going to take the inside stamp image because this is the one where it's going to be the backs of them, and I can just nestle it up so it looks like they're holding this kind of framed sentiment sign on the inside of the card. Okay, now that I've got that all set, we're just going to close it and we're going to ink up our main image. I'm going to be using alcohol-based markers today, so make sure that you're using a water-based ink like a Memento ink. Just ink it up and stamp. And you can see I get my kitties right in line with that top section. Now we also need the front of the stamp. So I created just a little rectangle for that main image. I'm going to take off my first kitties and swap it out with the front. I love this idea that you get both sides of the front and back of these cute little cats. And they're so fun to color, and you can decorate them however you'd like and give them stripes or spots or anything that would match maybe your friend's cat. Just ink it up and stamp. And now we have our front image as well. So now that we have our Christmas kitties all stamped up, we're going to add a decorative line of Christmas lights. This little strand of lights is from our Christmas Wheelies set, and it's so fun to create a full line of decorative holiday sparkly lights across the top. So I'm going to take this and I'm going to line it up with my long block. And I took a 5.5 by 1/2 inch little strip of paper, and I'm just going to stamp this all along the image, along that piece of paper, so I can get this cool decorative effect. So now I've swapped out my stamped images with some that I colored with my alcohol-based markers. And I'm going to use this tri-blend marker to show you how I created the ground for the little kitties. So really simply, this can always be intimidating to figure out where to set your main stamp image on. So what I do is I just always put a little base of where I believe their feet are right at the bottom, and just really simply color in, and we're going to kind of create an oval shape. So I'm going to come up a little bit around their feet, side to side motions for the most part, and this just gives them a little place to land so they're not floating off in white space. So now that my images are all colored, I'm going to go ahead and start assembling this card. So we have a 5.5 by 5.5 square card base just cut out of white cardstock. And then I'm using the Doodlebug Gingham linen rainbow Petite prints to create some fun red and green, really traditional colors for those Christmas cards. So I'm going to put my main pattern on the background, and I'm going to do it just slightly lower so it meets the very bottom of my card. I also cut off, so I have a 1/4 inch strip at the bottom that's going to create a hinge so that we get that double hinge effect with our card as a whole. So I'm just going to glue this onto my card base and make sure, I'm going to flip this around so you can see, I'm just going to make sure it's meeting right at the very edge of the card, like so. From there, I'm going to attach my cute little kitties, and this can be your preference if you either want the hinge on the inside of the card as a decorative strip, or you can set it behind. I'm going to put it behind so that I'm showing off those little kitties. So just a strip of adhesive, and these cute little guys go right onto here. Again, just meet the very, very edge of that card, like so. I went ahead and I stamped those 2 sentiments that come in that cute Christmas kitty flip card set, the sending you warm wishes, on some of that same brand from that same pattern set, the brown gingham, sending you warm wishes. So I'm going to make sure that this is layered right on the inside of the card. And I can leave a little edge around there for that little sign. Now to assemble the front of the card, I'm going to take that same, from that same set, that green gingham, and put it right in the middle. And I created a little green cardstock layer for my kittens as well. Just add that to the front. I'm going to kind of just center this because I can move that main sign for the cats around as I would like to. We'll just layer up these 2. And then I can adjust where I want right on those hands of the little kittens, like so. I'm going to add that really cute decorative strip. I colored up in just red and green lights to the top of my card. And for those little lights, I want to give them a little bit of sparkle. So I'm going to add some Wink of Stella just to the very tips of those lights so it's got a little bit of shine to it. From there, the last thing we're going to do is add a little bit of ribbon. So I want this little sign to kind of look like a little present on the front. I've got some of my red striped ribbon here, and I'll just create a little bow. So I just created that little bow, and now we can add just a little piece of foam tape to pop it up and adhere it to the front of the card. And you can see that really cool effect, sending you warm wishes, having that really fun double stacked card, and then you have a great place to write all of your holiday heartfelt sentiments. I hope you enjoyed this video today. You can grab all of these supplies at Scrapbook.com. Thanks for watching. If you like this video and want to see more from Scrapbook.com, please like, share, subscribe, and leave a message. Happiness is life handmade.